Alright, so welcome, this is Tom. I'm gonna do a range test of these Anker Eufy home-based or office-based, wire-free, wireless, 1-year battery live cameras. So I've had these for a couple of weeks now, and I can attest that the build quality is excellent. This is nice and heavy. So we're testing the camera to see how waterproof it is. You can see it installed on a pole over there. I think it's been raining about an hour right now. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Only thing I don't like is the getting messages now, because I actually reconnected this to the internet and I made this on push notifications. So I'm getting like 6 messages. Hold on a second here. Yes, I know. Okay. Alright, so... And this is... anyway, we can overview the software in another video, but I just actually reconnected this base and it's running on no power. And this is, I think, supposed to have like a 10-hour battery life. Anyway, I was saying that the construction of these is excellent. One thing I don't like about construction of these, that these have no little shade to protect the camera from elements or whatnot. I did have the camera mounted outside for a couple of days. It even snowed, freezing weather, and this was fine. It didn't affect it at all. However, I would still like to protect the lens against, like, even if it rains on the lens and the rain dries, it's gonna leave the residue on it. So I think that after a couple of months you'll have to like clean the lens, and if there was some sort of a protection where no water goes on the lens, that wouldn't be the case. The mounting is extremely strong and solid. Just pops in on this magnet here, and it seems to stay in place without any kind of creep or movement. I did a range test with the home base, and we then went up to like 220 feet, even through office walls like this. So that's excellent. Stay tuned, we're gonna show a video of this at the end. Software actually seems improved. It seems like Anker's actually really listening to us. At first we couldn't save like the time zone setting, but now that seems fine. Notifications work fine. I can configure the camera alarms or home base alarm, and it's, you know, they all sound the alarm and I get push notifications immediately, like within a second or two. If I configure this for push notifications, I'm gonna get that within a second or two as well. See, did you just hear it? I just got a push notifications for open and close. One more time. Open, close. Alright, see? I'm telling you, this stuff actually works. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a bit of a delay. If you try to monitor live, I think it's about like a 3 or 4 second delay. Haven't really measured it. So about pricing. Maybe after the range test I'll take you to the Kickstarter video. We'll go over the features. I did mention that I don't like the wire-only home base, but it's easily fixed with like a Wi-Fi dongle that you can just plug into here. I think it costs like 30 bucks. Now there's no ability to view all of these cameras at once. You can kind of view them only one at a time. You will get notifications for all. So would I recommend this to a friend? And both of them, or I would say yeah. Actually, I think this is an excellent system. At the same time, obviously, what we're gonna see as far as these wireless cameras with batteries, it's only at the beginning. As the battery technology improves and the wireless technology improves, and especially the software, I think we're gonna see more and more competitors or more and more companies making these kinds of cameras. But these things, yeah, I'm gonna install them actually at home today. I was just testing them in the office. And what's really nice, when you have a camera on the outside, let's say this is your home, right? If you want to monitor this wall, you got to put one here, but this corner is unprotected. Then you have to put another one here. So you have to put like 2 cameras at least to monitor 2 walls. If you have camera on the outside, you can basically do that with just 1 camera. You can see 2 walls with 1 camera and actually the surrounding environment as well. So imagine if this is your home with 2 cameras set like this, you get 100% view of the home, and that's all you need. Now I think these, just for the longevity, I would probably install them under the roof. I just don't know how well they'll do with the elements. Not saying they're bad, just saying from experience that you don't have to clean or whatever. Maybe you're gonna get some spider webs though. It all depends. Just put it where you need it. Put it on a basketball hoop. If you're worried about this getting stolen, it does have a burglar alarm mode. That means if you move this or shake it or whatever, remove it, it would sound the alarm on a camera. So I don't know if the thief would still steal it or not, but at least that's a nice deterrent. Also, you could use these as a home base security system. You go on vacation, you put this in the away mode, and they're working on more intelligent away modes and home modes. You put this on the away mode, and what happens is that you get instant notification, and plus you can sound the alarm on a camera and on a base, which is pretty cool. I could actually do that right now. So we're gonna switch to the away mode, where I have the alarm on all the cameras and on the home base. All right, so we're just gonna switch to away. Takes a second. Just switched it, right? All right. Anyway, yeah, you get the idea, right? Okay. So this is actually pretty cool. So let's say if I try to walk in. Camera still sounding the alarm. So you try walking really quietly. Okay. So anyway, so the home base. Let's review the home base. All right. So on the top here we have the sync alarm off button. So if the alarm goes off on this base, you have a way to turn this off or to sync devices to this home base pressing that button. Okay, over here we have a refresh button, I guess, or restart. Okay, now this thing has a built-in backup battery power. So if you need to completely power it off, you have to unplug this. Now listen to this. This is really cool.
Home base is now operating on backup battery.
Isn't that awesome? All right. Now we can plug in, this has an IQ charger, so you can plug in some devices here as well. Obviously it only has a wired connection, and this is probably one of the limits where the positioning of this is sort of limited. I mean, nowadays in any of the homes, you pretty much only have a wireless option. So what I would suggest is that you can buy a Wi-Fi to a Cat35 plug. I mean, you can buy a Wi-Fi to a Cat5 plug adapter, and that will make this base truly wireless. You know, so this way you could position it in an optimal place to get a good signal with the cameras. Alright, so what we're going to do here for this test is unplug it. I plugged in a long cable. There we go. And we're going to place it by a window.
Home base is now operating on backup battery.
Placing this right by the window. So then I'm going to go outside and actually measure the distance and see how far we can get with this camera. I'm actually going to be using this to measure out how far I can go. Okay. So this is 100 feet away. Okay. Tripod. better, but it took the camera a little bit of time to, I guess, to catch up with the exposure. I don't think that's a big problem. So right now I'm looking at, and here's our range. Although if you can see in the window, can you see me here? Where am I? Okay. So here's our range. Alright, so we're about 4 bars right now. Seems to vary as I rotate the camera, but we actually do have a stable signal. There's obviously a bit of a delay here. Okay. Let's move, because we're like that middle post in the window's in our way. So I'm gonna move right in there so we can see the camera from a window. So we can see the home base. So okay, yeah, if you can see that, we should see a home base right in that office there. We're directly in the path of the camera and a home base. And our signal's actually a bit lower. Well, okay, it's showing us 3 bars out of 4. Can you see this? This is our signal. So we're getting 3 bars, 2 or 3 bars right now. If you can see this. So it is a bit, I'd like a little bit of more range, but I think this is actually very, very adequate. And I guess it's not terrible. Yeah, I guess it's actually pretty good. Alright, so let's try to move back. I'm gonna see how many more feet this is, okay? So we're getting a stable signal. Yeah. We're able to get the recordings and everything, so still okay. And we're directly in the path of the device, right through the window. So we're 140 feet away, and actually I'm getting just as good signal as, although it's kind of oscillating as I move. So I'm getting 3 bars. Can you focus on this? Canon, come in. I'm actually getting 3 bars on the signal. I'm gonna put it up in this tree here. So that camera being right there, it's actually giving me 2 bars. So we're about 100, oh, now 3. It seems that once I stabilize the camera, once I stabilize it, actually the signal stabilizes as well. So I'm getting excellent range. I would say this is 145 feet away, only through a window. Alright, so can you look at my phone here? Okay. Alright, so this is where camera is looking. Hello. And we're getting actually 3 bars of signal at 261 kilobytes or kilobits. I would say that's excellent. We can talk to it. Let's see if we can talk to it. Hello? 1, 2? Can you hear me? Oh, that was pretty cool. Let me do that without the echo. I'm gonna move back. Wow, I'm impressed here. We can do is actually we can turn on the alarm here as well. If you want to listen to what that sounds like. Manual alarm, it will trigger device sound alarm camera. You can also do a home base. We're just gonna do just the camera over here, okay? Did you hear that? It's pretty cool. You can call kids for dinner using this. Alright, okay. So I actually have a second camera in a pocket, so let's see how that does. See, that's connected. Just took it out. And that too has good signal. So as far as range out in the open, I would say this is excellent. Battery life also. The battery life, I had them running for I think about 2-3 weeks in this, in not the efficient mode, in like this high recording mode, whatever that's called, I forget. And the battery meter didn't even change. So they definitely do have a great battery life. I can't comment if it's gonna last a year. But at this point I am pretty confident that this is better than the Netgear system as far as battery goes. Yeah, I just love the ease of placement and all this stuff. You can really hide a camera in weird places and not have anybody know that there's a camera. Not that it's always a good thing. So, but if I want to put it on that post over there, this is all I have to do, is just take it from here. It's got this magnetic base, obviously. And boom. I just have to find a way to support it because it's gonna sag. Maybe if I just put it on the post. But you get the idea, right? And it just stays there. Go. Let's do a test where I go more than 100 feet. More than 145, I mean. Yeah, see, in that case, the home base would have to be wireless, and it's not. We're actually getting 3 out of 4 bars. Can you see this? So right here, that's our signal. I think that's excellent. So we have a home base in that window there. We're gonna go around this building. So this is about 55 feet of a building. Okay. So we're 100 feet away from the building from the other side. So where do I put this camera? You know what I'm gonna do? I just want to check right now, see if it works at all. So I'm actually getting a bit lower signal. Only like 2 bars. Can you see this? Getting only a single bar. Yeah, but it's still getting a signal, so it's not terrible. So what I'm gonna do is put it in that tree over there. Alright, so there's a bit of a delay. Here we go, we're gonna put it in this tree right here. And then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. This tree. Let me measure the distance. So I placed the camera onto that little tree over there. From that little tree on the left, right there on the left, going through hold this whole thing to the office on the far right side. So it kinda gets a signal. So I have to say I'm sorry. It kinda oscillates back and forth between having some signal and then not being able to have some signal. So we're definitely going through too many walls, but I mean, I wouldn't expect any better performance. I think this is excellent. Just way better than I initially thought. Alright, you just have to leave the cameras stationary, and that's when they're able to acquire a better signal instead of being in motion. So our building's there, and the home base is still on the opposite side of that building, inside the office. So we're going through, I think, 2 walls actually, and a window, and some bunch of office stuff and furniture. And our camera is over here, 220 feet away. I don't know if you can see that camera. Right there on that tree. So yeah, right there's the camera. So we're about 220 feet away. This is the kind of range you can expect with these cameras. So I think if you have an average home, you can pretty much put the camera anywhere as long as the home base does not go through brick or masonry. That seems to be stopping the signal the most. Let me retrieve it from there. Here it is, folks. Here's the little thing. This is the low camera, and it works 220 feet away. Right there, that's where it works. So in conclusion, I think these are excellent cameras. The price, $300, is not cheap, but I think you get a lot of technology, a lot of batteries. Let me put this in the home mode before it sounds again. So right now we're in the home mode, and in this mode here, you can set it up to only record video and not send you any notifications, because that gets really annoying. Anytime there's some movement, it sends you notification. But if you want, you could set that, obviously. And in the away mode, I set these to give me a notification, because any kind of movement I want to be able to see, and also to sound the alarm, I guess, if there's a burglar or whatnot, to I guess discourage them from stealing anything, to create panic and to have them run away. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. Tune in. I hope this was helpful. I guess, give me some feedback, because this did take a lot of work, but hopefully I did a good job. I explained some things. So yeah, please feel to rate, subscribe, and share. Thanks. See you in the next video.